Hello, and to this week's rental is the Mazda CX-30 compact crossover SUV. Let's take a little look around this vehicle. Now, don't get this one confused with the Mazda CX-3, the 30. This CX-30 is a smaller version of the CX-3. Under the hood, we have an inline 4 mounted front wheel drive configuration. Has a nice little aggressive look in the front. Let's take a look around the rest of the vehicle. Nice smooth lines. Back, this compact SUV pretty much is in comparison to its competitors like the Kia Kona, or not the Kia, but the Hyundai Kona and the Kia Soul. Take an open look at the trunk space. It's a little bit, probably fit 3 carry-ons like so, and of course the back seats pop down for extra storage. This is the all-wheel drive version. Let's take a look in the back and see what's going on here. Ooh. All right, so the back is rather cramped. My knees are hitting the back seat already, and 3 adults would have a tough time sitting in the back of this car. 2 adults would be better, but other than the legroom space, it does have enough headroom so you're not very crampish looking. It does have some compartments on the side that for storage, and a cup holder, speakers over here. It does have air vents in the back, and then middle console comes in, drops down for armrest and 2 cup holders. But yeah, I was expecting a little bit more leg room, but it's pretty cramped back here. So that's going to be a little ding on the ratings. I guess this vehicle is more of a in-betweener between the Mazda 3 hatchback, which and the CX-3 SUV. It falls right in between. Let's hop on in to the front cockpit room, and you can tell that it is distinctly Mazda. Everything looks very nice and premium, but it's just like, feels good. The seat is very comfortable up at the front, unlike the back. You're meted with a digital center information gauge and an analog gauge for fuel, and a tachometer. This is a very nice grippy steering wheel. You have your signal lights and your wiper near the steering column. On the steering wheel, you have your Bluetooth controls and your cruise control settings. You have buttons on the left hand side. What's cool about the information gauge right here is that it displays certain information like blind spots detection will show on this little display that a car is like in your corner, which is nice. So has speakers right here, has speakers down here, and then no speakers on the bottom, so just 2 speakers. Power windows, controls, and locks, standard Mazda. Hop on over to the middle. Up at the top is your dome lights, the buttons. Coming on down, you have a horizontal oriented infotainment screen. I would say about 10-12 inches long wise, horizontal wise. Coming on down, you have your AC controls, which are hardwired buttons. You have a little storage area with 2 cup holders and a little storage area right here. You have your gear shifter and then a little switch to turn on sport on and off really quickly when needed. And down here is the infotainment controls as well as the e-brake. And so the screen is not touch screen, so you're gonna have to kind of navigate your way through everything using this control knob, which takes a little bit of getting used to, but you adapt to it fairly quickly. You have a big center console armrest. Inside, you do have some nice center console space. You have a divider right here. I like how when you close it down, it has an opening so you could easily have your wired devices hooked up. Over on the side, you have some more air vents. Glove compartment is pretty decent. It's divided as well. So you have some decent size there. Fox leather, hard covered, not fully plastic, but it's wrapped in some type of cloth leather material. Overall, inside feels real good. Let's take this vehicle on the road and see how it performs. Alright, so overall, I think this vehicle performs quite adequately. The inline 4 that's mated with the 6-speed transmission provides plenty of acceleration and power when needed. It's not underpowered, it's not too much power, or anything like that. I know Mazda is one of the few vehicles that still uses 6-speed transmissions versus CVTs. I actually kind of prefer the 6 speeds, the old school 6-speed transmissions. Now, steering is nimble, especially while you're driving within the city. You're able to maneuver in and out of traffic pretty well. And on the open roads, well, before that, you're able to maneuver nimbly in between traffic, and the braking is responsive. The ride comfort, suspension is pretty soft. It is an SUV, so I would expect it to be soft, as well as with the seats. The seats are pretty cushy, so that helps absorbs some of the bumps as well. Now, on the open road, it performs pretty good as well too, especially with the gas mileage. It is a 10 gallon tank, I believe, 12 gallon tank, and you can get up to 300 miles on a full tank of gas. Standard on this all-wheel drive trim is what I really like is the safety features. You have pretty much everything needed. Blind spot detection, lane departure, even collision prevention and collision detection. So only thing it's missing is automatic lane assisted driving. Don't really know what you call that feature, but it pretty much like keeps the car within the lane. Other than that, if it had that feature, it would be all A's across the board for safety features. So I would actually rate this vehicle, I want to give this vehicle an A for rental, but I would have to give it a B+, only because of that back seat area. It's really, like, for an SUV, it's pretty cramped back there. But, you know, if you're not planning on having anybody sit in the back, or you have small children sitting in the back, then this rental would be an A. It's an overall solid crossover SUV, adequate performance and comfortable interior. Everything, it's not low, it's not like entry level, but it's not like luxury, but everything is very, very solid, and it feels very good quality, I guess is the best term to describe it. If you have a chance to rent this vehicle and backseat is not an issue, I would say go for it. Overall performance and comfort, rideability is great, but if you need more space, I would opt for the CX-30, which is a slightly larger version of this vehicle or SUV. It's an actual SUV and not a crossover, not a compact crossover. All right, that's my thoughts on this rental. Thanks for watching. See you